Hello my YouTube tribe, how are you? This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot. Oops, dropped the remote control. This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot, bringing you your weekly energy reading, and the cards look fantastic. The energies reflected in the cards that are coming in or that are around us right now look absolutely amazing. And guess what? It's about time. It's about time. Okay, so this reading is for this week, July the 9th through the end of the week. Okay. And as you've probably heard, we have 2 eclipses this month. We have one in a couple of days, and then a solar eclipse, which eclipses things in. Okay, and then 2 weeks later, we have a lunar eclipse, full moon eclipse, which eclipses things out of our lives that are no longer for our highest good. And from what I can see, the energies of the solar eclipse here look as though it may be bringing in a lot that we can be very happy about, okay? And in addition to that, Jupiter, the planet of gifts and surprises, the benefactor planet, also turns direct tomorrow. Thank goodness. Okay. So this is a weekly reading. So this is for general energies of what I've picked up, and I'll give you the different scenarios for the week. And obviously, as you know, especially eclipse energies, you can feel them up to a month before and up to 6 months after they leave. So while this is a weekly reading, some of you may already be feeling these effects, and some of us will be feeling these effects long after the eclipse has passed, hopefully, because solar eclipses usher in great energies. They usher in things that we've been praying for or that we've been trying to manifest, okay? Whether or not they're particularly good for us, you know, at the end of the day, we won't know until it happens and it's all processed, okay? But the energies are amazing. Okay, so let me start here. Now, the Tower is eclipse energy, okay? It's Uranus in Aquarius, all right? Uranus, not Uranus in Aquarius, but it's Uranus that rules Aquarius. Okay, and from what I'm seeing from this energy is going to come in and clear out, and it may cause a bit of a disruption, but healing is going to come out of it. Okay, healing will ensue after the eclipse, and the startings of restoration, and it will also bring in, for some of you, a new foundation and a new stability. Okay, and so with these cards here, we're definitely dealing with air and earth signs here. It may apply to you. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and also the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And more specifically, definitely, this is definitely a message also for you Aquarians, okay, and earth signs. So this eclipse, for some of you, is going to bring healing. It's going to bring healing and the ability to start rebuilding a new solid foundation. It may even eclipse in a new job offer for some of you and a new home. okay, or an increase in finances. But because it is the Ace of Pentacles, it definitely, depending on what you do with it, do with the energy and the opportunity, obviously, it bodes well for long-term stability, okay? And also here for some of you, you see we have the Tower has come up twice here. This is at the bottom of the deck, okay? Some of you felt stuck. Some of you had just felt stuck, okay? But it looks as though some of you may be making the decision to go back to a situation to save it from falling down, to save it from collapsing, okay? So we have the Hangman, the Two of Wands, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. And it looks as though you may be able to restore that situation, okay? If you go back and deal with, face whatever it was that you may not have been looking at when you had felt stuck, okay? And it may not be a situation that you have to face alone either, okay? But there's something there that needs to be put right. So that that situation can be restored. It could have something to do with a business. It could very well have something to do with a business, okay? For those of you that are self-employed, or something to do with your work, or some type of creative endeavor. And for some of you, again, it looks as though these pesky little mice are around again. You do need to plug up a leak somewhere, okay? Something is gnawing away at maybe, I don't know, maybe your finances, or where there's just this slow leak, okay? A slow loss, like a slow drip of a faucet. But there is if it's not that, if it's right now, it's not a big issue, but if it's not addressed, it could turn into a big issue, okay? That some of you may need to address. Okay, so what do we have down here? Now here we have the Six of Swords in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords, and the Bear in the Lenormand deck, okay? So here there is a very important contract that will be that will be signed, okay? Or a very important form of communication. And it seems as though you're not very enthusiastic about it. You feel as though maybe you might not be able to win, or if there's some type of negotiation, you don't feel as though you'll be able to come out on top, or that you have anybody on your side, that you're in it alone, okay? And your terms or conditions are not being acknowledged, okay? And there is a very honest and frank communication that you need to have, or it may have something to do with discussing the terms and conditions of a contract, okay? Or of some type of binding agreement that is very important. But you feel as though you may not be on the winning side of the deal. However, you have the Bear here, and the Bear, this Bear means that you are protected, okay? You are protected. So go in there with this contract you're going to sign, this important discussion that you're going to have, or this may have something to do with a binding agreement or obligation. You know, go in there with your head held high, and go in there with confidence, because you are protected. Okay, you may be dealing with some type of authority figure. Okay, and it could be the government, a government entity, some type of institutional corporation, a supervisor, or some type of authority figure. Okay, but you are protected, so go into that meeting or have that conversation with confidence. And here we have the Hierophant twice, double Hierophant confirmed by the Hierophant. So some of you may indeed be dealing with some type of government entity, some type of huge authority, okay, where you feel as though you know that you don't have a say, or what you say is not going to make a difference. However, you are protected, remember that. So go into your meeting or whatever it is, or discuss and negotiate that contract with confidence, knowing that you are protected, okay? And that scenario that scenario may be affecting you fire and air signs, okay, which is Sag, Leo, and Aries, and also air signs Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra may be involved in that contractual or binding legal or obligation situation, okay, with a large entity, with your employers, with your supervisor, with the banks, banking institutions, okay. And another scenario we have here is the Hierophant, confirmed by the Hierophant, and then confirmed again by the Sun. Really? That is amazing. And we are having a solar eclipse. So we've had the Sun come up, and we've had the Tower come up twice, okay? So there's going to be a lot of shifting and changing going on. So here, some of you may be very serious about following some type of spiritual pursuit. Some of you will be teaching, or some of you will be following a new form of path of spirituality, or you may be going more deeper into the path of spirituality you're already on. Some of you may be teaching something to do with spirituality or learning, as well as this card can be teaching period, regardless of what subject, but it's confirmed by the Sun, okay? So that will be very, very successful for you. A lot of people will be enlightened by whatever it is you're teaching, or you will be enlightened by whatever it is you're learning, okay? And the Hierophant also speaks to the status quo. So you may be, you may also be searching for your soul tribe, okay? Or it may have something to do with your lineage and traditions, okay? Cultural traditions may be very highly aspected at the moment. Learning more about where you come from, you know, who is your ancestral tribe, your family, your roots, or even your soul tribe. And you have the Sun here, so this may be pertaining more to Leo and you Taurians, okay? You may be also speaking to a large group of people, or you may be participating with a large group of people, okay? Because you've got the Hierophant twice, so that's tradition, the status quo, the norm, rules and regulations, you know, following the status quo. But whatever it is, it's very, very positive. It will be very illuminating, very refreshing, very... For some of you that are following this path, the sun is saying, the sun's presence here is saying you are on the right path for you as it pertains to some of the scenarios I just brought up that this could pertain to, because this is a general reading for the collective. But I do believe with the Hierophant coming up twice, it has something to do with a large population of people, a large group of people, okay? Maybe something to do with your family ancestry, where you come from, where you belong, your culture, your soul tribe, okay? Very, very positive. I mean, some of you may even be getting ordained. You might be going into the church. You might be becoming ordained ministers, okay? But it's something that is very illuminating and uplifting and revitalizing yourself and the people around you. This is also, these cards are also a card of belonging, like, you know, belonging. Where do I belong? Who do I belong to? That feeling of belonging is a feeling of identity, okay? What masses or population or your ancestry, your legacy, okay, that type of thing. So then here we have, for another set of you, some of you that might be involved in this spiritual pursuit, teaching, learning, whatever it is, large population of people. This could be speaking more to Leos and Taurians, but it could be any of you, okay? And here, this is a very strange combination of cards, because who wouldn't want to have this card? It's beautiful, okay? This is the card of celebrating milestones. This is a card of, some people even call this a marriage card. This is the moving in together card, okay? This is a card of a solid foundation, because it's a 4, okay? So this is about the home, sharing a home together, celebrating festivities, celebrating a milestone that you've worked hard towards, okay? Then we have this. This is a card of someone that's, you can see the here, it's like the universe just delivered this person a cup, a gift, okay? An emotional gift that should make this person very happy. But can you see the way that this person has just turned the contents of the goblet out onto the ground? Like, no, I don't want this, I'm not studying. There's something bothering this person. They're not happy, they're not satisfied. I'm not sure if it's because they're so focused on these 3 empty cups here that they don't even this person doesn't even realize the gift that the universe is trying to bring to you, okay? Because they're too focused on these 3 empty cups here and not on the new opportunity that the universe is trying to bring in, that Jupiter, the benefactor planet's trying to bring in, or that the solar eclipse is trying to bring in, okay? And it could be because this person has been going through something for quite some time in a relationship, a job, with their finances, or whatever, maybe with themselves, whatever the case may be, that they're so focused on what happened in the past, they're not seeing the new opportunities that is being presented to you like now. Okay, so lift your head up, turn around, you know, and see that this gift that you're throwing out onto the ground there, that gift that could bring you emotional fulfillment, that you're turning your back on, you could be missing a really excellent opportunity. And then the next card after that is bridges. Okay, so this is a bridge that takes you from one destination to the other destination. It is a card or a situation that bridges a gap from one place to another. Okay, and thank you, Spirit, if you don't get out of this funk you're in, whoever I'm speaking to for this scenario, the bridge for you to get to where you want to go is going to be longer and longer and longer. But something is an opportunity, a wonderful opportunity is waiting for you to acknowledge it, to come in here right now. But you're so focused, and I don't know, can also be a card of ungratefulness. You know, sometimes you need to learn to be grateful for where you are and for what you have, you know. And for some of you, it's, you know, like I said, you may have been through a rough time, and you may have lost faith that what you had prayed for is ever going to happen. Well, it's happening, guys, it's happening. Okay, and once you change your state of mind and your energy and become more positive, this bridge that could be very, very long to get to A to Z now can be like maybe instant, you know, or it will be a very short trip to walk over that bridge to get to this, but not if you stay in this state. So change your energy, become more positive, praise and give thanks. Okay, just praise and give thanks and change up your energy, all right, so that you can see the gift that the universe has here for you, so that you can see the gift that the universe has here for you. Okay, so okay, so that's wonderful. So we have a lot of wonderful energies coming in. Jupiter, our benefactor planet, is ushering in some wonderful surprises, and the solar eclipse is bringing in some wonderful surprises that may not be a surprise, because they may have been things that we have been praying for and have been trying to manifest for quite some time. Okay, so these cards here the scenario that I just spoke about here also could be speaking to you water signs, or people with water signs in their natal chart. Okay, so that's Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Okay, and another scenario we have here, you see, this is really beautiful stuff. Another scenario we have here, we have the Devil, which is the Capricorn card, Saturn in Capricorn. No, Capricorns, I'm not calling you a devil, but this is Saturn, and Saturn rules Capricorn. Okay, and this is also probably the lower, more base nature of Capricorn. Okay, when the Devil comes out like this, it basically means that it's whatever it is it can be very extreme, it can be very intense, it can be very passionate. Okay, and sorry about the background noise here. It can be very intense and very passionate, and sometimes excessive. Hold on a minute, please. I'm sorry. I got people moving in and out around me, and workmen and work people going on around me. I'm sorry about that. So, yeah, and this card has come up with the Three of Cups. Really? So some of you are going to be partying, festivities. I mean, it's just going to be beautiful. But just be careful not to drink too much, because like I said with the devil really adds the heat to the situation. You know, it adds the heat, intensity, passion. You know, there's just that myopic view, that focus, that intensity, that intense focus. Okay, and with the Three of Cups, it looks as though some of you will be having a really fantastic time with your friends, festivities, and that type of thing. But be careful not to overdo it and not to drink too much, because with the devil, that is a warning, you know, that a really pleasant, do not allow a pleasant celebratory situation to go overboard. Okay, and you'll be hearing about this. You may be traveling, you'll be getting some communication, invitation to this celebration, and you may be traveling towards this this event. You may be invited out. You may be traveling to this event. You may be invited to this event. You may be hosting this event yourself, but and there may be a Capricorn involved, and more water signs. Okay, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Also, maybe air signs with the communication and the travel. Yeah, some of you may be traveling to but it's going to be an intense, off-the-chain celebration, whatever it is. Can I come? Do I get an invite? And this last one here, I mean, what can I say? Wow, 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 wow. Okay, you've got the Mars in Cancer, the Chariot. Okay, so that's moving forward. Just focus, and especially with the devil next to it. I mean, there's nothing that is going to, this is another scenario. There is nothing that is going to deter you from moving forward. And you're moving forward on steroids, especially next to the devil. Okay? You're moving towards your goal. You're not looking left, you're not looking right. Okay? Then that came up with the Lovers. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay, so the Lovers here, this is a card of Gemini. This is a very intense relationship or situation, or a very, very important decision that you have to make with regard to a relationship. Okay? And it's someone that you have a very, very strong connection with. This could be a soulmate. Okay, as a matter of fact, yeah, I would definitely say this is a soulmate, because it's come up with the Two of Cups. So some of you definitely are moving forward in a soulmate relationship. There is a deeply insane strong bond, a divine bond and a divine connection between the two of you. Okay, and you're going to have a very important decision to make, and some of you will be moving forward in this relationship. Okay, and back here, I don't remember if I told you, but this is also the moving in together card. So some of you may make a decision or may be planning to move in together with your soulmate. Okay, and this is someone that you have an insanely strong, passionate, intense soulmate connection with. Okay, and there's going to be celebrations. Yeah, some of you are divinely protected, divinely guided. You've got the Hierophant here twice. okay, and you've got the bear, okay, and here it looks as though someone is I wouldn't say this card is a card of in the upright, it's a card of independence and autonomy. So it looks as though there's someone here that is about to give up their sense of total independence and total autonomy to unite with someone in partnership and share, you know, and share that. So there, you know, so there is that shared independence and, you know, that compromise where you know, whatever it is that you do when you go from being single to being in a partnership, or being in a committed partnership, being married, moving in together, okay? And the confirmation cards from the Lenormand cards on that is peace. Okay, it's peace. So here, this is a beautiful coming together and uniting, a soulmate relationship. You're moving forward, and it may happen quite quickly, especially with these eclipses. Okay, beautiful. I hope the camera captures this. Hold on. I hope the camera captures this picture, this image. So this is a beautiful situation. I think we may be going into a second video, and because we're at the end of a reading, I'm only going to post this one video. So I'm going to cut this short. So you see, there's some beautiful energy coming in here. But some of you need to get out of this funk, otherwise you're going to miss your blessings. So, okay. And some of you are going to have a contractual situation that you're worrying about, that you're fearing, or a negotiation, but don't worry because you're protected. Some of you are going into something to do with your spiritual path, something to do with the status quo, or your ancestry, the tribe you belong to, your soul tribe, and that is also going to bring you a lot of illumination, or bring others a lot of illumination. You're on the right path, okay? Some of you are going to have something to celebrate, big time, you know, and others of you are basically going to be committing to a very intense soulmate relationship. You're coming in union. There may even be some twin flames coming in union here, okay? All right, so that's your reading from Monday, July the 9th to whatever Sunday is, the 15th, I believe. But I will come back with a weekend reading, okay? So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information is in the description box below the video, as usual. The links to my playlist, live link to my July playlist is also in the description box below. And if anyone feels led, donations for the operations of my channel are always appreciated. So thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful week, and go out and enjoy this glorious weather.